Let's build an AI receptionist that can check availability and book appointments with any calendar. In this step-by-step guide, we'll go over how to connect anyone's already existing calendar, what parts of the prompt you need, and how to connect the AI receptionist to the calendar. We are going to be using cal.com and Retell AI. They're both completely free, so this build is going to cost you nothing. I will leave a link to both cal.com and Retell in the description. So right now we're on cal.com and we're going to be using them because they allow you to connect to any calendar. To start, you're going to want to make an account if you don't already have one. I'm going to sign up with Google. I'm going to pick the free plan. And here's how you can connect any existing calendar to cal.com. So pick whichever calendar you want to connect to and go ahead and sign in. We're already signed into Google Calendar, so we're good to go. And this is what it's going to look like once you sign in. First thing we're going to want to do is click on one of the events that we want to actually book for. So I'm going to be using the 30-minute meeting event. I'm going to click into it and we're going to head down to advanced. Scroll down to the question section. And you want to make sure that yours is configured as follows. We have everything turned off except for phone number. Everything that's turned off is not required. And then we manually added one. So we added the purpose of the appointment. To do this, I hit add a question. I typed in purpose here, and then I just labeled it purpose of appointment, and I had it marked as a required field. Once you have that, just turn it on. And what that's going to do is it's going to book the 30-minute event with the name, the number, and the purpose of the appointment of the caller. This section is deciding what information you're going to be booking the appointments with. Once you have this section configured, you can save it. And now we're ready to go inside of Retell AI and connect the AI receptionist. So I already set up this universal cal.com agent for us. We're going to take a look at exactly what we need to connect to cal.com. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the function section and I'm going to add the native cal.com integrations that Retell already has. So the first one we're going to have to add is the check calendar availability. We'll head into there. The name and the description are already finished for us. For the API key and the event type ID, we need to go into cal.com. We're going to come down to settings. We're going to go over to API keys. And we're going to add a new key. I'm going to name this key key 2. You're going to want to set it to never expires and hit save. Once you click copy and done, you'll never be able to access it again. So remember that. I'm going to copy my API key and bring it over to Retell and paste it in. And then for the event type ID, we want to go back into Cal again. We want to head back out and go into the event that you want to book for. So we're going to connect the 30-minute event. Well, you're going to want to head up here and copy the number in between the / and the question mark, and come back into Retell and paste that into the event type ID. Now, lastly, we need to change the time zone. I'm going to type in New York, and we're going to hit save. Before I hit save, I'm actually going to copy the API key because we're going to need it again. So that's the check availability cal function taken care of. Now we want to do the book on the calendar function. So again, name and description are good. Paste in that API key again and head back to Cal and grab that event type ID once more. I'll change the time zone and we should be good to go. Now the last real moving piece to this is prompting the agent to actually collect the information we need and pass it along. So I'm going to quickly highlight the sections within this prompt that you need. The rest you can configure however you would like. To actually book appointments inside of Cal, the first thing you're going to need here is you're going to need to give the AI what time it is. So we have the critical rule, the current time is current time America, New York. Use it for anything time related. Doesn't matter where in the prompt you put it, just make sure you tell the AI what the current time is. And then the second critical rule you're going to need is never ask the caller for an email address, silently use mail@example.com for every booking. This is because Cal likes having emails for bookings. However, AI doesn't handle emails well, and they're not really necessary because we're doing things by phone number anyway. So that's why I have this command in here as so. It's just going to pass along this placeholder email no matter what. Coming down, we have the appointment booking flow. So I'm actually going to open up my prompt here so we can see the entire thing. A quick side note, if you want to download this exact AI receptionist, I'm going to be leaving the build inside of my school group. In there, you have access to the community, myself, as well as all of the builds that I've ever created on YouTube. I try to have only serious people inside of the group, so if you are serious about building and selling AI voice agents, you can check it out in the description. Now, for this appointment booking section, we have first that appointment slots are 30 minutes. You can, make them however long you would like. And then I have a goal section. I have the first field, which we're collecting, which is the name, which is required. So you need to get the caller's name. The second section, which is also required, collecting the caller's phone number. And then the third section, a purpose, that is optional. We don't need to collect it, but it's nice to have. We then have the date and time. So obviously we need to know what day and time the caller wants to book the appointment for. And after that, we're telling the AI, okay, once you have all that information, invoke check availability cal, which is this function we just configured, to see if that time is open. If it's booked, let them know and suggest same day alternatives. So this function is actually going to return all of the available appointment times to the AI so that it can repeat them to the caller. We have some example dialogue here, and then I actually want to add a line in here. Once an appointment time is confirmed, invoke the book appointment cal tool to book the appointment. After the appointment's booked, we want to confirm it. So again, some example dialogue, all set, your appointment is booked for day and time. And then if all else fails, invoke the transfer call function, which will just send the call to the business. That is all you're going to need to actually book appointments. You need to collect the name field, the phone number field, the day and time of the appointment, and you need to make sure that your AI knows what the current time is wherever you're located. Those are the 4 keys for checking availability and booking appointments inside of any calendar. Now, on the right-hand side, we're going to test out this flow. So we're going to go to test chat. Okay, so we're going to say, can I book an appointment? It should ask me for my name, my number, why I'm coming in, and then the day and time that I prefer. But let's go over to Google Calendar first and see what's available and what's not. So Thursday's all booked. For Friday, I'll try to book for Friday. We have 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. taken. So we're going to try to book for, we'll try to book for 11 a.m. and then it should suggest that 11 a.m. is booked, but I can choose from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. So let's go into Retell and finish this conversation. So we said Friday the 16th at 11 a.m. It called the check availability tool. It saw that that time slot is booked, but they do have available times from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. So I'll say, sure, I'll go with 1 p.m. And it should call the book appointment tool and finish that up. Okay, so as we can see, we had an issue. Cal.com is basically saying that the tool result failed. We have the tool result and we had an error. That is because, as we can see, the phone number field wasn't sent. If we go into cal.com and we go into the event that we're trying to book for, if you remember, one of the fields that's required is the phone number. So to make this work, I'm going to turn off phone number as required. I'll hit save there and save again. Okay, so we need at least an attendee phone number or an email. So I'm just simply going to turn the email address on. So we'll make this hit required and we will turn it on. And we'll leave the phone number as optional, and now we can save this. So I'll come back into Retell and we're going to do another test. We're going to do the same flow. Okay, we're going to go for, again, Friday at 11 a.m. It should tell me that they're all booked. And then I'll go for, let's do 1 p.m. And there we go. And invoked the tool, book appointment cal. The tool result was successful. And we got an all set. Anthony, your appointment is booked for Friday at 1 a.m. We look forward to seeing you. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Now, if we come into Google Calendar, we can see the 30-minute meeting is right here. We have all the meeting details, 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. And if we come into Cal, we'll also be able to see the event inside of the booking section right here. Now that you know how to connect an AI receptionist to any calendar, you have increased the value of any AI receptionist you build by 10 times. Make sure you create that cal.com account, bridging Retell AI to whatever calendar you want to book inside. Make sure those parameters from Retell are being sent through to the booking platform, and you're going to be all good to go. You can repeat this with any AI receptionist build for any calendar. If you found this at all helpful, please like and subscribe. I will be making more videos just like this one. You can download this exact AI receptionist build by joining my school group. Link will be in the description. And if you want to learn how to build an AI receptionist that books appointments for a real estate agency, I'll leave a video on screen now.